Welcome to the Boundless Bible. My name is David Shapiro.
Hey, I'm Javi Marquez.
And I'm Jason Holloway.
Beep, beep.
I'm recording.
Okay, guys, we're back with another quick hit from David. David, what do you got for us today?
What is the most fun or unique thing you've learned about the Bible?
One is too hard. One is too hard.
There's so many.
I've learned so many Hebrew things from you this year that has just entirely opened up the Bible and new levels of it for me. To the point where I would strongly consider learning Hebrew, because I think the Bible has got to be a different document if you read it in Hebrew. It has to be. It has to be. So I'd love to do that. I don't know if I ever get to it, but I love the idea. And that's why I love talking to you, because I get the knowledge without having to learn the knowledge. I get the expert side without having to be the expert. So that's cool.
For me, would have to be that God is the Bible is about God and not the stories that we read. It's the beginning. It's all about his story rather than about the stories that we read about the people. And that his hand is all over all those different characters and just kind of the progression of Israel and the Israelites and all the way to the New Testament. So I think that's a beautiful thing, but it's also been something the perspective that I have now when I read the Bible.
That's good.
Good one. What about you, David?
It's the thing that's kept me away from Jesus most of my life, has also linked me into the greatest and most interesting, unique story of it, which is science. For me, it was the fact that I would have argued on the rooftops that science is completely opposite of the Bible. Mm-hmm. And now I realize that it works hand in hand.
Totally.
There is so much scientific proof written in the Bible thousands of years before anybody would have even known it. And I can go on and on with lists. But it really is the fact that science and the Bible work hand in hand in such a unique way. You can't have one without the other. So it's the most brilliant type of working together versus one disproving the other. They actually prove each other to be true.
Totally.
And it's the most beautiful and unique thing that I've learned.
Can I add a second answer of the coolest thing I learned this year? One of the other coolest things I learned this year was the difference between the Western perspective of the Bible and the Eastern perspective of the Bible. And finding out, like you were saying, science and the Bible work well together. And it's like the people who originally wrote this came from an Eastern Orthodox perspective where they didn't look for facts, I'm quoting, air quoting, like facts and figures. They weren't categorizing everything. They were looking for what it means. They were trying to express the meaning of it, the what it meant to you, the ramifications of it. They weren't necessarily trying to tell you exactly what happened. And I heard it explained as the Western perspective will dissect a frog, and it was going to tell you, what organ does this function. And it might say what organ does this function or what body part does this function. But the Eastern side will tell you why it's motivated to do that in the first place. The Eastern perspective will tell you why the frog cares about jumping, not how it jumps, type of thing. And just looking into that this year has been super fascinating. And again, just opens up perspectives I never thought available.
John Lennox actually has a comparison like that. It's brilliant. He says, when you talk to, a scientist, you ask, well, I want a cup of tea and how does that work? And they might tell you about how the boiling is and the boiling point and where the molecules are moving and all of that. He goes, but the real explanation is because I wanted a cup of tea.
Right. Yeah. What the one perspective will tell you how to make the tea. The other one will tell you how it tastes.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, it's just been such an interesting opening up this year. So yeah, that's probably my second of two answers. Cool. We'll do this again. We're going to see how these questions work out, and let us know if you guys like it. Let us know, info@theboundlessbible.com. If you're sending us emails, put it on the socials if you like to do it that way, or just tap us on the shoulder if you ever see us in the streets. Talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.